Hey guys, Lost here. It's Monday. I hope to cheer you up. So here is an of Kings of Men video, and it's about something that I have not seen a lot about, and that is the roadmap for Of Kings and Men. So we're not going to waste any time. Here is what I have found so far when it comes to the roadmap of what is going to be released in the game, and sort of when they're going to release it, but not really when they're going to release it because there's no actual dates with these things, but it gives you kind of an idea of what to expect. So as of the 20th of September, we are still breaking through the crusts of early access. They've only really implemented a few things in Skirmish and tweaked a few things here and there with the latest update, but I'm hoping to see more in the near future. I can't comment on a whole lot of this stuff simply because they haven't released any information on it, but what I like to see is the bottom half of the roadmap where it says army, leveling, sieges, and siege engines. I think that Sieges will be a whole lot of fun to play, especially if you have, 200 some players running around on the map, and I look forward to that especially. Going down the list, you will see custom castles, which is pretty neat, and faction management. Now, whether that has anything to do with the Epic, I'm not sure. Again, there's not a lot of information on that, but I hope it will make a more structured system when it comes to player factions in the game. Right now, they have a forum for factions on the Of Kings and Men website, but other than that, there's not a whole lot you can do really structure-wise in the game when it comes to managing a player faction. Maybe that will mean being able to customize your own faction's banner, or implementing kind of a color system so that you know, hey, this guy's in this faction and this guy's in this faction, and maybe if all of your team gets on, or all of your faction gets on one team in a game, you'll all be able to wear the same type of thing and kind of coordinate. I think that would be pretty cool. Moving on to diplomacy, it is under the category of the Epic on the Of Kings and Men wiki. Right now, there are no known mechanics for it. Diplomacy is a player, basically any player-driven interaction, whether that's trade deals, agreements on exchanges or alliances, maybe defensive pacts, or even declaring war on another faction. There will also be a feudal hierarchy and custom cities, which will about line up with the release of the open world, so that will be super exciting to see. Another thing back over on the left is player-run industries. Obviously, in this game, they are super excited to let the players kind of flesh out the environment and really let the players do their own thing. So that kind of, I imagine, will blanket a lot of things that they will add into the game. Continuing on is the NPC workforce, which is another thing I know they will have with their, recruiting armies and taking over new territories. And then there's also trading and new technologies, which are new things they will also add into the game, I'd imagine. Now, at the very bottom row is the skirmishes, looting, raiding, work for hire, and the open world, which they will release with the beta, which unfortunately will probably be a little bit, but they are constantly adding things into the game the entire time, so we have plenty to look forward to. Right now, they are already working on skirmishes, with them implementing 2 new maps with just this last update. There will also be looting and raiding, which I imagine will come together probably in the same thing. I imagine that will have some effect on the Epic when it comes to raiding and looting other faction or other kingdoms' territories. Finally ending with the work for hire and the open world. These things might not all release one before the other, but at the very least, they will be finished and ready to put into the full game once the full game releases. So some of these things might be put out with the open world, or might be released with the feudal system, or, put in at different times, but at the very least, they will be done. So I hope this gives you some kind of overview of what you are expecting in the game. I wish I could go more in depth, but the information is simply not there. If any new information happens to come out about the roadmap that I didn't cover in the video, by all means share it in the comments. I would love to hear it in case I missed something, and I'm sure the rest of the community would love to hear it as well. So we are getting to the end here. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to play this game more. I will see you guys later.